Question: my denominations are all in 25k notes, would I be able to exchange those? Yes, you can exchange 25k notes. You can exchange all of the notes. The only one you can't exchange is the one that has the picture of Saddam on it. Those are called IQD notes. You don't want those. The other one too is the 50 Iraqi dinar. Those are null and void. They're gone. You can't use those. Banking experts stressed the need to double the efforts aimed at restoring customer confidence in banks, stressing this step would absorb the accumulated cash mass and increase the volume of deposits. They're going to get all that cash that's on the streets, in people's houses or in safes or wherever, into the banking system. They've been working on this for a long time. An increase in value of the Iraqi dinar is going to get all those people that didn't do it, they're going to move and get in. Why? Purchasing power. Iraq's critical laws at this point are waiting for the rate to change. Iraq has not held a session of parliament since September 28. Critical laws, not draft laws, are waiting for the rate to change. That's why they have not held a productive session of parliament since September 28. They're going to resume their session of parliament after January 9. Government advisor: non-oil GDP growth rate in 2024 is unprecedented. Quote, the financial advisor to the Prime Minister, Mazhar Mohammed Saleh, confirmed that the growth rates of the non-oil gross domestic product will rise in an unprecedented manner during the year 2024. They are talking about increasing the value of the United States dollar over the dinar. The opposite direction we wanted to go. I told you there was talks about this before. This is only talks that the Iraqi dinar is going to lose value against the US dollar, at this point. The wealth manager, before he even sits down, the first thing he said, you're right. Right now we don't exchange Iraqi dinar, but when it goes live we can help you right over there, and he pointed to the tellers. I said, do you guys verify on site? He said, yep, when it goes live you can just go stand in line right there, they'll run it through the machine and then it will be right in your account, no hesitation. It was almost like he was saying, we're waiting for it to go live too, is how I took it. Frank, nobody knows when, but they all have been put on alert. That's why the mantra, it's a scam, is no longer to be found anywhere. It has become extinct because they are preparing to deal with this. Government advisor: non-oil GDP growth rate in 2024 is unprecedented. It's been an exciting morning, been proving and disproving pictures of lower denoms. There is a good chance one of my Iraqi contacts will be sharing pictures of the new Iraq $20 note today. We do not want to get folks' hopes up falsely. So doing more vetting today. The conversation in Iraq is small denominations / notes. Why would they release small notes unless there is a value change? The fact that Sadani is talking so much about the purchasing power to the Iraqi citizens is amazing. It puts us exactly where we need to be with this monetary reform education. No prime minister has ever made such bold promises to the citizens of his nation. These conversations of giving purchasing power to the citizens have never been seen in the Middle East nor said by a prime minister of the Middle East. The Central Bank of Iraq and the US Federal Reserve are moving towards authorizing Iraqi banks to contract with international auditing companies. Why is the world would you be doing that if you weren't going international? You wouldn't. We're not talking about the central bank or the state banks, we're talking about private Iraqi banks. Quote, this step is a turning point that contributes to drawing a clear map for the work of Iraqi banks on the global stage as they deal with international correspondence and financial guarantees in addition to instant transfers. Nope, they haven't stopped the auctions. They're resuming. They sell US dollars daily abroad, because Iraq doesn't have a tradable currency. These remittances will continue until the rate changes. The only real change that's happened is the dollars are transferred now at the banking level instead of the central bank level. They're preparing the banks to be able to transfer foreign currencies abroad and be ready for the rate change when it occurs. Mr. Sami says month of January is critical. Frank, yes, it is critical in the sense they are about to give you your purchasing power because the evidence points solely in that direction. There is no other option, there is no other choice. Central bank announces major achievement in foreign transfers. Quote, "This achievement is a radical transformation in line with the best international standards and practices to achieve a stable and secure financial system. So where is the RV then? Why still at 1/6 of a penny?" MP Mudhar Al-Kawi expected, on Tuesday, that Diyala Governorate will produce the first shipment of natural gas by the end of 2025. Al-Kawi said in a statement to Al-Maluma agency that government efforts are accelerating to develop gas fields in the governorate, as the ministerial committee concerned with accelerating the development of fields is working in coordination with the Ministry of Oil to solve the problems facing companies operating in the Mansoya and Kashmal Ahmar fields. He stressed that a meeting was recently held with one of the companies developing the Kashmal Ahmar field, which will accelerate the transfer of technologies and machines and provide the necessary engineering cadres to implement the first phase of development. He added that the production of the first shipment of gas will put Diyala on the map of natural gas production, which will support the operation of the Mansoya station and contribute to enhancing the stability of energy production in Iraq, especially during peak seasons. He pointed out that the gas reserves in Diyala are large and sufficient to meet a large part of the needs of power stations. He explained that security stability and government support will contribute to accelerating the completion of the first phase of the project, which is expected to be completed by the end of 2025 or the beginning of 2026 if things go as planned. Former MP Mohammed Ibrahim stressed on Tuesday the importance of resolving the amendment of Article 12 of the financial budget as an introduction paving the way for the legislation of the oil and gas law. Ibrahim said in an interview with Al-Maluma agency, there were 7 laws included in the government program that Parliament voted on after the formation of the government, and only 2 of them were enacted, while the other laws remained suspended, including the oil and gas law. He indicated that this law cannot be passed at the present time because the Kurdistan regional government is facing major difficulties in overcoming the obstacle of amending Article 12 of the budget law related to the costs of producing and exporting oil from the Kurdistan region, which overlaps with the oil and gas law. He added that this matter leads to the failure to create the appropriate conditions and climate within the House of Representatives to legislate the oil and gas law, despite its importance and the need to legislate it for its positive repercussions on the economy, especially the oil-producing provinces, noting that the arbitration clause and the use of a specialized company to audit the costs of oil production